That song was so nice. I just wanted to listen to it a little more. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on it. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Got that echo on. No, it's okay. Thank you, sweetheart. A little sip of water from your baby cup. Ooh, there's a lot of stuff in there. How about we throw that in there? Yeah. That's gross. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on it. My daughter gave me water. There was a lot of things floating in it. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. May God bless you all. And may you have a wonderful Christmas with your family. Hope everything went well. You know, and you're still possibly, hopefully off, hanging out. It is now Saturday morning. We've made it through. I told you the next 5 days, 6-7 days at the end of the year, the worst 7 days to trade. I told you they weren't going to be your day. Why am I live? Because there's things going on despite Bitcoin. And we still have to stay on top of the market. Let's break it down and show you what's happening. We are going to start with Bitcoin, but it's all about them virtuals, man. Virtuals continuing to boom, and there's like 3 or 4 or 5 more virtuals that we found yesterday on the live stream. Yesterday's live stream was out of control. I highly suggest you go back and look at the timestamps. Yesterday's live stream was gold. The timestamps at the end of the video yesterday are going to blow your mind. I can't, you know what I mean? It is what it is. So anyway, yesterday's live stream was one of the greatest AI agent live stream deep dives you've ever seen in your life. People missed it. 14,000 people saw that puppy. Unbelievable. All right. I love you all. I appreciate you all. And I thank you all for jumping on in. Oh, wow. A lemon just came into the room. Who would have thought? Let's put a lemon into the water. What? No, you gave me... An actual lemon. Shout out to everybody here. So let's take a look at BTC and see what's happening. I mean, I called this a bear flag. Then last night it Adam and Eve on us. You can't say it didn't if you have a good eye. That was a bit of an Adam and Eve there. Cup and handled with the slow breakout of the cup and handle. You see, like that was a cup and handle that just, see, shabby cup and handy, lateral side, sideways, shabby cup and handy. Still, you could have got in at 9. I'm not saying I traded that, but 934. You know, I honestly took like basically the night off last night too. Like hung out with family, hung out with my kids. We threw a lifer party last night, yesterday. A bunch of people, you know, a couple people came over, and we cooked some steaks, hung out, and it was a good time. Smoked cigars, had some deep conversations about time, space, cryptocurrency, and more. Shout out to Yezin, who came through. Shout out to Mario and Mindy, who came through. Shout out to Peter, Dosha, and my man Conrad. Everybody came through. It was a good time. It was an absolute blast. Shout out to the whole team. Shout out to my man Ronald, brought the team too. And, you know, it was just a blast. So anyway, this is still a bear flag. Nothing really much has changed, but we'll do our top-down analysis, and then I'm going to show you what I got to show you. I teach class today from 9 a.m. to 12. All right? That's going to be pretty exciting. If you want to jump on into class, you still can. You still can. The link is in the description of my videos. Let me see if I can kind of figure this out for you here and make it so seamless. Demonstrative, you know, to demonstrate, right? To be demonstrative, to show. All right. And so I got to show you. Yeah. We take a look here on the live. We click here. We have 522 beautiful souls here on the live. And if you click on the link right, and that ain't me. Yeah. And if you click a link right here, one-on-one booking and tutoring, click on that link. You can still join my live class today. All right, you still can. So jump on in to live class. It'll blow your mind. All right, it'll blow your mind. There we go. I had to fill the screen. Now we have it perfect. Sorry about that, but that looks great. What do you think of the new little TV box? Hey, I gotta make it nice for you. You can't just be floating without a nice outline. You see the people that don't put a nice outline and they're just floating around when you can make a nice digital frame for yourself? Come on now. I spent 5 hours developing this frame this morning, working on all. No, that's not true. It's a template. But at the same time, I mean, come on, right? How could you be naked? What I mean by is when you see a YouTuber and they don't stream with like a little box around them, they just kind of slap the page, you know? And I guess it doesn't matter. Info is info. But I'm all about it, man. If I'm going to be nice and tied up, I have some nice, you know, everything's got to be tidy. It's got to be neat. Just like your room, you know, just like your office, it's got to be neat. Anyway, that's still a bear flag to me for Bitcoin. looking like it's going to head further to the downside. I mean, once in a channel, it'll stay in a channel. You know, top, bottom, top, bottom, top. Likely to come back down, maybe even just test a double bottom. But I'm still seeing a move down here for BTC. The cool thing is 15-minute curving moving averages, and you can get that pump to the 200 MA. Let's look at our 1 minute. Our 1 minute is toying with the 200, but still sideways price action. I would not trade a thing. Could be an inverted Bart Simpson that takes a nice dump to the upside. All right, like, see, this would dump down, but it would be a Bart Simpson. We'd break up. We are above the high volume node. There's a gap there that could bring us back to liquidity at 96,000. Wouldn't be surprised if they made it look like a bear flag and short squeeze the heck out of all the, you know. But I just make a point not to, unless there's something amazing or I have to do it. I DCA, I build bags, I may swing an alt, you know, like in the virtual space if I see money moving. But I make it a point not to overtrade the last week of the year. It's the worst week of the year to be trading. You could give a lot of gains back playing with yourself, doing a lot of stupid stuff. So again, and when I mean playing with yourself, I mean literally playing with yourself. There's less people on the order book. You're literally trading with yourself. No, but you're trading with less people. So everyone's tuned out. Half the world decided they're not going to trade. It results in the charts. Look at this. Have you ever seen Bitcoin go this sideways? Take some time off, relax with family, still do your research, watch a few videos on 2x speed, you know, get your crypto in, come and watch me if you have to. We did find amazing things yesterday that are going to blow your mind. So, yes. Anyway, I'm going to look at yesterday's timestamps for you because I know you're going to forget, and I can't let you do that. And I want to make sure that you're on point. And this is the fastest way to get you back to your family today, but still give you the data and the information that you need. All right. And you didn't even have to come yesterday. I'm hooking you up. So look, let's take a look. Boji was interesting. We looked at that. This didn't do okay, right? Let's take a look. AISTR. I would write that down. That was interesting. Sen was a really hot one that I really like. You could like drag and drop your AI agent protocols. It was hot. I don't see how it doesn't do numbers, and it's flattening out right now on the charts. Okay. Spore is interesting and continues to rip. You'd hope there for a pullback, but Spore is hot. It is. And then I gave some other things. Tardy also might do some damage. We went over Tima. All right. Pod was the podcast AI coin. All right. So just, you know, oh, is this? No, pod on virtual. Hold on. I want to make sure because, yeah. What was I looking at there? Oh, yeah, that's just virtual. The virtual ecosystem has me enamored. I understand there's a lot of money, but I'm a speculative investor who chases that you know, basically that speculative like pump because so you can smell where there's a lot of people going into an asset, then you can see it starting to build. And then like there's a couple months to really play. Like I think virtuals for the next 2, 3, 4 months, maybe even to the end of the year until we get a major pullback for Bitcoin. This thing could be one of the funnest spaces to make a lot of gains, and it's interesting and creative. It's fun to invest in these things and to use them. Once you use one and it works for you, then, you know, I always like to invest in things that work for me. So once I use one of these and it works for me, it's interesting. I'm like, oh, they kind of got me hooked a bit. You know, I'd like it to come down, make that beautiful cup and handle. Watching this thing pod on virtual, right? I believe this was the first AI-powered podcast, right? And it's very low right now. You know, for whatever reason, had a huge run-up, came back down there at the end of November, and now it's kind of flat. I didn't buy any, but, you know, it's getting some steam. Some people are talking about it. It's interesting. I think this one, AI Rocket, is a little more interesting, too. All right? This has half the supply locked up, which is a good idea, right? It's got a $4 million market cap. Look at the way it's been moving. I've been looking for some type of pullback on the puppy, but it doesn't seem to want to do it. We take a look here at the 15-minute time frame. You can see it's kind of in this like rising wedge channel here that could probably, you know, do some damage. Again, super speculative, super low volume. Anything could happen, but if 100x is there, this puppy could do it. AI Rocket by Virtuals. All right. Anyway, let's break down Bitcoin. I just wanted to hook you up in this new year. I'm not going to be live long. I don't have much time before class. And if you want to jump on, and you can still do that, link in the description below. I also posted all my videos. I also posted something on Twitter that would make it simple. Dude, look at this dude, AJ, vaping, and now he's in, vaping gave me nothing but a chest tube and a second chance. Look at that. Oh my God, man. Yeah, vaping is, I think vaping is, there's something serious going on there. I don't even know what's in the stuff. God bless you, AJ. I hope that's not like, that looks present time, man. I hope you're okay. That's crazy. Anyway, God bless me, right? I never missed a show. Like, how I never missed a show in 1,000 days. It's like God has kept me healthy, man. But I gave this video earlier today, and if you want to book the class, you can hit the link right there on my Twitter. Good video to watch too, so we can post that. Anyway, let's finish our Bitcoin update. I'm going to jump on out of here in about, I don't know, right before 9 o'clock, and we're going to have a blast. One thing I forgot to do was jump on in here and pop out the chat. So let me see who's here today on this beautiful morning. And let me give you some links too if you want to jump on in. There's links to my trading group, all right? Support for Weeks if you want to jump on into Weeks. I Trust Capital. Those links are there for you pinned at the top. They're very simple and easy to grab if you want to jump on in. One cool thing too, a lot of people like to see, it's just kind of what we've been doing the last few weeks and what happens in the trading group. And we always seem to find some cool gems and some gains. Like, we got into TEMA we made more than that, but just in the last couple days, we put out this at the 23rd, and it made 111% gain. Never hit the stop loss, entry, target, and everything. Hit the target. Beautiful trade. No problems, no questions asked, December, we're just nailing it. AI 16Z, Phoenix just continues to rip. We found it earlier than that, but another beautiful call into Christmas. And we found that beautiful head and shoulder. Last really big call I traded for Bitcoin. I've been taking the couple days off with the sideways price action. That beautiful head and shoulder to the downside. Mantle was just beautiful. Off previous resistance became support. SR flip there. Bang to the upside. Anyway, and you'll learn so much. You'll have a blast. And we trade. Anyway, jump on into class today if you want to get that education and if you think you have what it takes to take yourself to the next level, baby. Hope you had a great Christmas, Sam. Let's finish the year off strong. Amen. And I haven't taken one day off this year, and I don't plan on it. May God keep me healthy and safe from the 28th, the 29th, the 30th, the 31st. Man, I have 4 more days to finish off the year. Sometimes I'm always like, it gets kind of like, I stay inside. I don't go anywhere, Gotta finish the year. Without a day off. Unbelievable, right? Every time I do that, I'm like, and then I start the next year. You know what my goal is? That first day, January 1st, is to make it to December 31st without missing a day. No matter where I travel, no matter what I do, no matter how sick I get, no matter what happens, and I keep myself healthy so I don't get sick, and I don't do extreme sports. I keep myself, I know I can't do certain things because what if I miss the stream? To me, it's like a full-time job that I will not miss, man. And I'm going for the Guinness Book of World Records. I think we might have made one already. I think I'm somewhere. I think we could enter ourselves into the Guinness Book of World Records right now for the most streaming days consecutively without a break. I mean, maybe at least runner-up, or like there's got to be 1 or 2 people in front of me. I don't know. Someone said doubtful, though. Maybe for the amount of time, too. 2 hours straight every time. There's got to be something in there, there's got to be a unique stat. Some channels have not missed a day for 7 years. Unbelievable. But that has to be verified. Nobody knows that for sure. We can write to the Guinness Book of World Records and they'll verify the records for us. Yeah. You can submit a record, that's what happens with verification, right? And then they go from there. I've never seen it. I don't know anyone that's saying that they haven't missed a day in 1,400 days. I don't know. Who cares, though? I know it's not that big of a deal. It's just a lifestyle. So anyway, let's take a look at BTC on the bigger scheme of things, and then we'll zoom on in, right? On the weekly, you see we're far away from that 21-day moving average. but you never know. So I got two scenarios in my mind that are possible. Like a chess player playing chess, if I give one scenario and I stick to it and they school me, I won't be ready for the second scenario. So I'm ready for both of these possibilities here. This gives you $160,000 Bitcoin by May. All right, a nice big run up. Boom, boom, boom. Honestly, if we had a super cycle and kept going and I sell all my bags here, I'm gonna be so happy no matter what. Then I'll just throw other bags and trade it, and I'll never sell my Bitcoin, so everything will go well. But I'm telling you right now, when Bitcoin gets into this area, when I see, if we, once we make this next leg, I'm gonna be selling in here. These are gonna be my sell areas right here. That's just me. Weekly's gonna be up again. We got weekly bearish div too. Like, it's weird, man. Bearish div on the weekly usually is like the top, right? I don't want to say we're at the top, but pretty weird. I have to be honest. Like, Bitcoin's never done a bearish div this big except for the top right there. So the only other time we've had a bearish divergence like this serious on the weekly was the last top right there. Whatever, maybe we're going for an even bigger, we did have bearish div here, then we had our second top. But I just, pretty interesting. And then we're high on the stochastics on the weekly. And to me, it suggests that we're going to get some type of prolonged pullback. And it could be healthy if we tango with the 21-day moving average somewhere around 89,000. So I've been showing this every day, but there's a new person on my channel every single day. And it doesn't get old for me to go over this stuff in my mind. It keeps my mind fresh. It keeps my mind limber. It keeps me focused on what I need to be focused on. And then I pull a fib here, nice and calm and easy. And I can see we're likely coming back down there to that 0.618, 0.65 level. See, I'm getting ready into teacher mode. I'm about to teach a class. And class is a lot slower, a little more relaxed. It's not like Monday, we're ready to go. It's different than the live stream. And so here we are on the weekly, ready to rock for Bitcoin. And either one of these is possible, but they both give us some type of sideways price action. This gives us some fun because we get some pumps, right? And it will help the altcoins rip because it'll say Bitcoin's safe. This will put the altcoins kind of in a bit of a scared moment and get some more and more people to panic sell. Both are good. There's a lot of people out of the market that couldn't get these low prices. That would be amazing, right? This would be sideways price action. So for me, it's unlikely there's some huge pump out of nowhere, and I'm calling for it. And let's hit shift and look at it. And I mean, it's given me 60 days of sideways price action, right? That's March 3rd. So do we get 2 months of just do? Would it make sense, right? The rally's supposed to begin. Boom, boom, boom. I'm just showing you what the charts convey. This, with what everyone's feeling and believing, this is what we want, right? Beautiful. Alts start to fly. These are the bottom for the alts because when Bitcoin bounces back, the alts bounce back. All this comes through. We go sideways. We rip. And we never have to go through the pain, right? This is what everybody wants. This is the scenario that would just be so absolutely lovely and beautiful. It would be great for all of us. It would just be like, yay. Is it always that light? No, there's usually some pain before the gain. So we'll see. We'll see. And the small time frames will tell us what's likely going to happen. You take a look at the daily, you're very oversold now. And we did have a couple days to lose that head and shoulder pattern. Let's take a look. Remember, I'm open-minded every single day that anything is possible. It's not easy to be like that, and some people get confused by that behavior because they're like, wait, but like if I'm below the 200 MA on the 4 hour, it doesn't look good. But look at that green. Can the daily close green today? Can we get a double bottom bounce there? So far the daily with a little bit of green. Can we bounce back to the top of the pattern? Create this falling wedge? Or are we definitely going to be devastated by the shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder that we were looking at yesterday that is a mean measured move somewhere down to about 80,000. Again, coinciding with that Fibonacci, which is like, I don't know what happened there. But there's no such thing as a coincidence in trading, right? As far as I'm concerned. And it's weird that the head and shoulder measured move, not weird, because I've seen this actually many times, the measured, because it's all algorithmic. Because that move is a measured move of a measured move. And I could explain it all, but it takes some time. But the idea there, that is the 618.65 Fibonacci level there. Shoulder, head, right shoulder. Daily closes red, we drop down. You know, you see going to 91,650, and then there's one more area at 90, you know, no, 91,650 for, yeah, right there is 92,005, 92,400, then 91,650, and then boom, to the target at 80K. Are we guaranteed to go to 80K? There's no guarantees, you know. Let's take a look at BOOKMAP. What does BOOKMAP suggest is likely going to happen? They got a lot of longs opening up. For whatever reason, people are long with a lot of stop losses below 93,000 there. So if we were to go anywhere, BOOKMAP suggests we go further to the downside. I see, you know, really no volume either way. So to me, it's just kind of flat as it is. And we just kind of sitting and waiting. Let's go down into the 8 hour. 8 hours given some type of possible higher low there. See, low, high, higher low. Could the 8 hour begin to take us out, right? So you watch the deep, you zoom in. It's a smaller time frames, and what they do is they give you confirmation of what's likely going to happen. All right. They're not 100%, but they're pretty accurate. For instance, if you like, could this be, this is crazy, right? But could this be like a tiny shoulder ahead and like a bigger right shoulder? I've seen messy right shoulders before that don't look right. Could this be somewhat of a cup with a handle, but with that barely higher low? And you just start to kind of plant seeds and ideas. Like if this 4 hour got above the 200 MA, boom. Again, another thing that we've been talking about. The only way that I could see some bullishness was this, are we making some type of inverted head and shoulder there? I mean, that's a shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder, is it not? So I start to see things that you can't deny on the smaller time frames too, and then you work through each one. Now, this takes heavy focus, discipline, and then you have to be out, you kind of have to check the charts in a couple hours because you have to know what you're looking for on the smaller time frames. This takes heavy discipline. It's actually a very hard way to trade. Most people could never handle it because it's mentally taxing. There's a lot of hard work behind it. But once you do it day in, day out, you'll get very good at the hard work that it takes, and you'll start becoming more and more accurate. And you'll realize that it is a job. It's a full-time job. Like if you want to trade, it's not going to be this, you know. So, and then it kind of brings us down to where we are here now for Bitcoin. So, bit of a kind of like a lame symmetrical triangle there, leaning more down to like that descending triangle vibe. And then, yeah, we have this falling wedge here on the 15. And the 15, the 1 hour here. And the 1 hour is actually getting a little overbought. Not really helping us out. Not looking amazing. So, when you pull this down, so you've got two possible scenarios. One is that you got the low, the high, the higher low. And somehow we, like I showed you, we reversed Bart Simpson, right? And it's good that you dump fast. It means you could pump fast. Right? And you will have a resistance, you know, back at that 97,000. Look, right at 97.2, 97,350. But that's where that high volume node sticks out right there that we would contend with. And there's resistance there. You've got to break the 200 MA on the 1 hour time frame. So right now, to me, it's more likely that we break to the downside. Well, we've been going sideways for the next few days, and I wouldn't be surprised if we maybe even continue sideways. And last thing I want to show you before I jump on out, and I'm not telling you this is guaranteed. So today I'm not making a trade. Today I'm just observing price action. I really don't trade the last 4 days of the year. They're usually horrible. Good way to get stopped out. If I see something crazy or possibly glaring me in the face, I don't know, like if this breaks out, makes a flag, but even then they'll probably stop out the people around the flag. You'll never get the direct price action you're looking for. So be careful. The last 4 days of the year. Just, you're better off observing like everybody else is and just taking it easy. So if we take a look at the daily on the CME futures, right? You just can't deny this just gap. Now, I'm not a guy that says every gap has to close, and I don't even really sweat it. Like, I'm not even like stressing this. I'm like, what else? Because we'd have to lose. Like, I'm waiting for the 8 hour or the, you know, I'm waiting for bigger, like the daily would have to lose the 200 MA. The 12 hour would have to lose the 200. The 8 hour, like bigger time frames would have to show me, but it does look like a bearish retest. There's a big gap down there. The last time they got their gap at 19K, there was a really big gap, and they were able to close it really quick before they pumped us right there. You can see this gap that closed. It was a beautiful, and everything was going well. We were pumping up to 25,000. They slammed us in about a week to close the gap, but then they took us right back. So usually when they do close the gap, there's a pretty fast bounce off the gap. There's another gap right there that we had. They brought us right down and made sure they got the move before. It's almost like you pumped it without us. Oh, we'll bring it right to where we need it, and then we'll take off. And it shows like clear manipulation. I mean, closing the gap every time. So if we do close this gap, you can't be surprised. That's a shoulder, head, right shoulder, and there's a gap down there. 618 Fibonacci is also kind of around. So I just want to kind of let you guys see these things and see what's happening. All right. Anyway, I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe we get the beautiful bounce there like I showed you and things change. Virtual, talk about virtual buying. It's somewhere down at $2.96, $3, and it boomed up 15% at one point. It's now only up about 8 or 9, but this thing is hot. As you can see, it's forming a bigger move. Can almost make it put it inside this bigger channel. And virtuals is starting to get its own real ecosystem. That's because if people are using these agents and they're actually providing value. So if you wake up one day and you need to do something like you want to, and you can actually drag and drop an agent and get things done, you're going to buy the coin, use the agent, get things done, right? Do you care if Bitcoin's dumping that day if you got to get things done? No. Like you sweep your house, me. If I, like you say, I want a vacuum, and I do it sometimes. I'm not saying I sit around vacuum cleaning, but say I want to, doesn't matter what Bitcoin's doing. What I mean is I do my regular task in life, right? Despite what Bitcoin does. And if AI agents are providing tasks and people are using them, let's logically speculate on the idea that they can kind of have their own decoupled moves that have really nothing to do with Bitcoin. And we've been seeing that. And so we must, dissect the market in this way and really start to be able to be our own teachers of the market. We have to be able to dissect the market ourselves and see things for what they are. Other people can't see this because they're not even as deep in the market as we are. And all the different sections and what's going on. And so now I have a new obsession here with investing in a lot of different virtual ideas. And it's interesting. Again, is it going to be a quick fade? I don't know. If these have real use cases and they stick around, again, AIs move pretty quick and things could be changed quickly. So we'll see what happens in time, right? I wanted to leave you with that and kind of have you guys excited for the future. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I teach class in 7 minutes. There's no days off for the grinders, the people that just desire it more than everybody else. So if you want it bad, 7 days a week, baby, you can get it. I love each and every one of you. May God bless you all. And I'll see you all tonight for a live stream. It might be a little later, 8 or 9, depending. I don't know. We're going out today with the family and stuff, but I think 8 o'clock we should be back. So may God bless you all. Thank you so much. And I will see you all on the beautiful live stream tonight. We'll hang out. We will get it done every single day here to the end of the year, God willing. And dear Lord, thank you for keeping me safe. Thank you for being here with me. And thank you for always pushing me through all these hard times. My relationship with God has gotten me through so much and will continue to do so. And so I cherish it. I'm grateful for it. And I love each and every one of you for being here. Have a wonderful night. Have a wonderful day, no matter where you are in the world. And may God bless you. Remember, the secret to success is it's getting started. May God bless you all. I am bullish on Sui. I think Aptos is cool, but it's just small market cap. I mean, bigger market cap. I know, not bigger, but it doesn't get as much buzz, man. Sui is hot, bro. You know Sui's hot. I answered the super chat. You can't say I didn't. God bless you all.